Good evening everyone, hope you're all well. Lovely to have your company. The weather is pants. Totally pants, isn't it? Rat-a-tat-tat all day. We complain when it's red hot, we complain when it's raining. We're never happy, are we? I hope you're all well anyway. Lovely to have your company. My name is Tony Darrick and this is Studio 3. Now, it's not the podcast, this is a free workshop this evening. And it would be wonderful if you could all join in and just enjoy the moment and pick up some paper or whatever it may be and just have some fun. Now, if you're not a subscriber to our channel, make sure you click that subscribe button. Hit the like button on my video if you like the video too. As I say, this is a totally free workshop. Yes, if you bought the products, you can do exactly the same as me. But equally, if you want to tune in or you want to craft along with me, because it's absolutely live, no pre-work done, then you're going to be able to make something quite creative. Now, Paperchain is absolutely wonderful. It's our fabulous new paper collection range that we do once a month, and with all of Paperchain I do the classes, or at least one workshop, which is free, which is the encouragement to get you to cut into those papers, because I know what a lot of you are like. So you might use them, you might not, but it is the encouragement to use them, okay? So you're going to need your lovely Let's Celebrate papers, and I'll go through them in a second, but I've got a couple of things to tell you all about first before we get into the free workshop. I'll do a little bit of a shout out. So we've got, we're firing on all cylinders this evening again. We've had a good run, haven't we, lately, so touch wood. So hi Shirley, hi Donna, hi Julia, hi Rosamond Smith, hi Ruthie, Donna, Joe Card Studio, hi Tony and everyone, thank you so much. And then over on our USA page, let's have a look down here. Let's have a look. Comments, here we go. Hi Jane, hi Jodie, hi Sophia, hi Ingrid, hi Jane, hi Bridget. Lovely to have your company. Well, so don't forget to share, guys, because I do have a nice giveaway, but I've got a little bit of a treat for you all tonight. So if you want to stay tuned for that as well. So I do have a giveaway also, which is always a Brucey bonus. But let me just talk you through a few things. If you can't share, Jane, don't worry. So let me just talk you through the workshop, what we're going to build it around. Now, if you don't have the products and you do like the products, they're available on our website. Okay, you might want to buy them this evening when I tell you something else, if you haven't already bought them. But everything I'm using is on the website, okay? But equally, if you're just passing by or you're thinking, do you know what, the budget didn't stretch when you launched that, Tony, when you and Helen did it, I'm going to dig out my 8x8 papers from another brand. That's totally fine too. You're crafting, it's making you happy. So let's just show you which ones we're going to be working on. So it's this collection, if you all remember. Now I am playing catch up, ladies and gents. So since this one, we have had the wonderful Mulberry collection. Now the project for Mulberry is done. In fact, let me just see if I can grab it. So we're going to make this super interactive pocket here for Mulberry. So we always do like something paper related to encourage you to use your papers, and for this collection we're going to make this lovely sort of like album type style thing here, which I'm just grabbing here, just make sure it's straight for you all. So we're going to make this evening with the interactive pockets inside. Super cool, guys. Okay, so it's using the papers from the classic celebration. So if you got these, you need to dig these out. Okay, you also got some stamps with the collection as well. You can use your stamps as well, but equally, if you just want to craft along with what you have in your stash, then you can totally do that. Now, when it comes to these videos, I just show you the basics. Okay, so how to build the sort of core thing, the core case of it, should we say. And then everything else you can embellish and tart up at in your own time, okay? Which I think is the fun part, and I think that's where it makes you all unique when you're all doing it. But let me show you some wonderful cards from that collection. So if you did buy it and you're thinking, is Lindsay Brewerton on? She might be on. So Lindsay always struggles with who to give it to, what would she do with it? Because, She doesn't have people that probably would appreciate that, and she's open and honest about it, and that's absolutely fine. In those cases, then maybe you're going to have to revert back to your cards. So I've just got a bunch of cards to show you from that collection. So if you have got the kit, or you like the kit, then these are the sorts of things that you can be making. So they've got the beautiful embellishment pad in there, they've got the vellum, the patterned papers, that's on our wonderful acetate, all of the embellishments on there. So maybe, you know, the projects are a little bit of a too much of a stretch, you're not sure what you'd be able to do with them, then at least you get to see how they are in card formation. Absolutely wonderful. And that's that lovely plush vellum that's in the kit too. Okay, and then the flowers at the base there, really, really pretty designs. I just grabbed a bunch of them before I came out. I don't want to do too much talking this evening. That's that huge diamond in the back, that's this one here, absolutely wonderful. The shoe with the pearls down the side, a shaker window. So this isn't like a question and answer session this evening. Now normally when I have done Paperchain, I've pre-recorded it for you all, but what's happened, let me just quickly get through these. Absolutely beautiful. But what's happened is I'm absolutely playing catch up, you know, with the busy Christmas launch and things like that. I'm behind on 2 of the paper chains. So this is why this one's live, because the editing side of it takes a long time, and I felt like, do you know what, it's miserable weather, let's play catch up and let's do it live. But that doesn't mean that any of the work has been done before I've come to air. We're still going to do it live, it's still going to be interactive, and you can ask any questions should you wish. Now I'll put those down there neatly, and now they're all over the floor, which is sending my anxiety through the roof. So just one moment, I can't work when there's stuff on my floor. It's not a good sketch, ladies and gentlemen, and it's my lovely cards too. So I'll pop them on the back here, look. There we go. So we're going to make a lovely project, and I'll showcase that one in a second. But what you're going to need if you are crafting along, it will be about an hour's class, and I'm going to try and fit the Mulberry and Gold collection in as well. Now an update for you all in relation to the Mulberry and Gold. Helen is back on TV on the 16th in 2 days time with the Mulberry collection. Now some of the elements sold out like that, so I've got them back in stock and we've built a new bundle. Okay, so if you like the Mulberry and Gold, which is very sumptuous, it's so delicious, blacks and golds, and let me just very quickly show you. So it's this one here, absolutely delicious, with the damask pattern in the back. She's back on the 16th, and we've put another bundle together for you. So the vellum sold out, the 8x8 sold out. So I've got them back in stock, and we've rebuilt a bundle now. She's back on the 16th with that for 2 hours, okay? And then we'll be doing that lovely folio as the class, and we'll do it together live as well. Now, I feel like I've got tons of stuff to tell you all. It is workshop based this evening, but just a couple of updates for you all. So the 16th, Helen is on. I'm on TV on the 20th with the Poppy collection, which some of you have seen and some of you possibly have got. Donna says the Mulberry and Gold collection is so pretty. It totally is. And then I fly out to America, okay? So I'm not back in the country until the 26th. So if any of you, I know a lot of you get in touch with me in relation to hiccups or problems you're having with Create and Craft, and I always try and sort it out, but just be mindful the time difference and my focus on HSN in America. I will not be able to deal with any issues just for a period of about 3 days, okay? So if you don't get a reply, don't think anything's happened to me, because I know that's not. I do try and reply, just to let you know that I'm out the country for 3 or 4 days, okay, whilst I'm on HSN. Okay. Tony, is the Mulberry collection on HTCM, please? Yeah, it totally is. If you go pop it in the search engine, Shirley, and pop Mulberry, it'll all come up. Now, before you buy anything, very, very quickly, okay, I have something for you all. Now, today, I was building a sale show for Create and Craft, and I found these. Now some of you may have these, some of you may not. Let me just turn them over. So we have the A5 stamp and the words, and then I have the happy birthday die and the outline, okay, Found these today because my warehouse is huge, as you all know. Some of you may have these from the members' gifts. And then I found this one as well, which is the wonderful sort of circle cluster of flowers, which is, in fact, I'll show you them both very quickly. So the A5, just grab a piece of paper here. So, and then the sentiments, and then you get the coordinating die in a separate packet. And this is what I was saying about, normally we used to have everything in separate packets, which was ridiculous, really. So we have this one and we have this one. Now, I have just basically, if you go and spend something on my website this evening and you spend £10, I'm going to send you this one free. So this one is this floral one here with the die outline. So if you spend £10, I'll send you this one. Okay, if you spend 30, I'll send you this one as well. I don't have tons of them, guys, but basically they're like £30 each. So if you want to get some mulberry or let's celebrate, you spend £10, I'll send you the first one. If you spend 30, you'll get this one. I just felt like, do you know what, £30 worth of dies, if you're going to have a spend anyway, which most of you do anyway when I'm live, then it's nice to get those freebies. So A5 stamp and die, if you spend 10, if you spend 30, I'll send you the second one as well. But then I thought to myself, well, all my customers, which you all are fantastic, have everything. You buy it on Create and Craft, you buy it if I bring you it. There's nothing new. You'd be like hunting around the website to support me. I know what you like. So what I did was I popped this embossing folder on, which is a new one. It's our new balloon one, and it's Birthday Love. So I was thinking if you really wanted the stamp and die at £10, then I've popped this one on. So you've got something new, because I know a lot of you have everything that I release. So this is on there, and this is called Birthday Love. If you obviously buy this one, you will be sent this stamp and die, okay? And if you spend £30 on other bits and pieces, maybe the papers from the show or something like that, I'll send you this one as well. So I just wanted to let you know about that one, because I felt like, what a shame to have those sat there. Some of you may already have them, but they're £30 worth of product. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to give them away free to my viewers, should they purchase. And I tell you what, I will leave them on. I'll leave that deal on for, what day is it today? I'll leave it on over the weekend. So Friday, Saturday and Sunday, okay? It's one per person though, that you can't, like if you spend 60 you won't get 4, or you know, does that make sense? So I won't have enough to go around. So let's get straight into class. Hope that's okay. If you need a recap on that, just give me a shout. Now for class, you're going to need 2 A4 pieces of white card, and you're going to need 3 sheets of the wonderful 8x8. Now these are the ones that I picked. Oh, I've got 4 here. Now, to show you the project, so these are from the foundation pack, and this is the beauty of Paperchain in the foundation pack, you know, guys. I'm not cutting into my fancy papers. They're just clean, very, very pretty, but I'm not like, oh, I don't want to cut into them. So what we're going to do is, when you open your lovely project here, look how we've got this here. So I haven't put anything in mine. My tag punch, I couldn't find my tag punch, you know, with the detailed tag punch. Now, if you are spending and you're wanting to buy something to get that free gift, we have tag punches that leave you a beautiful tag top. So you could put tags in here, you could put tea, you could put chocolate, you could put vouchers, you could put anything you want to, a letter, a note, a ticket. So basically, I'll just turn it to its side here, it's like a hinged pocket album. Super, super simple, okay? And I'm going to show you how to put the bones of this one together using this fantastic, fantastic collection. And we're going to do it live, and we're going to do it together. And absolutely, you can embellish. I started embellishing the pockets, fussy cut some of the elements and things, but you can totally, totally make it your own. And if you are crafting along and you don't have this particular collection, don't worry about it. Still post your makes on our social media pages, because we love to see what you're making. So 4 or 3 sheets of 8x8, and then you're going to need 2 sheets of A4 white card. Now I'm just looking for mine here. Here we go. So I've done, this is about 250, guys. 250. Now if you've disappeared to go shop, it's not the end of the world. You can pause the show. I'm not going anywhere. But if you want to do the class first and then go and have a peruse after, that would be wonderful. So let's get crafty. Are we ready to make an album? Who's excited? Looks amazing. Wonderful. And you could personalise it for, like, if it's got 6 pages, you could do one for every year. If somebody's 6, 16, 8, 10, chocolate bars, little chocolate bars, because they're thick enough to get maybe a little Freddo in. Because I've made it thick enough so that you can, if you look here, you see the space, plenty of space to pop something in there. Milky Bar maybe, some miniature, Haribo, whatever you want. Halloween things for our USA followers. So don't forget to share. I am going to do a giveaway. I don't know what I'm going to give away, but we'll decide at the end. And hopefully one of my design team, maybe Karen if she's on, can pick a winner for me. But if not, we'll find somebody to pick a winner. Oh, Lindsay's crocheting this evening, but she's going to do it later. I can't wait to see what you do, Lindsay. So let's crack straight on. So we need to make our casket, okay, which is going to house our lovely pockets. So A4 sheet of paper. So you're going to need a guillotine, a scoreboard, a bit of glue, and that's it really. Scissors, scoreboard, guillotine, bit of glue, and some scissors. So if you want to grab those. And pink and grey looks wonderful together, Donna says. I know, totally right. So I have my trimmer here. So I have an A4 sheet of paper. Let's get cracked straight on. Now, I don't overcomplicate anything, as you all know. Absolutely do not complicate anything. So I'm just going to cut my paper at 3.5. So my 3.5 marker on my guillotine. Straight down landscape, sorry, yep, portrait, sorry. So this is portrait, landscape, so we're going in portrait and we're going to cut it at 3.5. So I'm just going to pop it to my 3.5 mark and then I'm going to cut it. Let me just make sure I'm doing that right. Make sure that is 3.5. I have written the measurements, but you know, yeah, that's right, Tony, don't doubt yourself. So 3.5. And then we're just going to cut straight down. Okay. And then the piece that we've got, 3.5. So this is where you're going to need your scoreboard, guys. Okay, this is a cutter that does both, which is really, really wonderful for me. But you might have to now swap to your scoreboard, okay? So I have this here, just as a guide to help me out so I remember, okay? So... I'll see if I can get this in shot for you guys. Oh, move it over. There we go. So I'm going to pop it in my scoreboard or your cutter, and I'm going to score at 2 because it says 2 here. Look, 2. So 2, and then I'm going to move it along and do score again at 2. So I'm going to move this score line to 2. And score again, 2. And then from this score line, I'm going to score at 4.5. So I'm going to take that score line to 4.5. Make sure I can see. Can't see because of the lights in here. 4.5. And then 2. So 2 from your line. So if you're doing it on a scoreboard, it might actually help if I added these up. So let's have a look. So if you score at 2, let's do it at the top here, 2, and then that would be 4. So you score at 2, then 4, then 8.5, and then 10.5. So whichever way. So this is probably scoreboard measurements. And this is how I did it on my cutter here. So then what happens is when you push them in, you get your box coming together. Super, super easy. I don't like to do like 3/4, 1/3 and things like that. I really just like to make it easy for myself. And then on the on here, I just need to cut a piece of white card, 4.5 by 3.5. So I'm just going to grab the bit that we cut off and I'm going to cut a rectangle at 4.5 by 3.5. So .5 at 3.5 doubt yourself. Absolutely. And then this basically is going to glue to the bottom of here. Don't worry, we hide all of our makings, and then we have our wonderful box. How are we so far? I know a lot of you are not going to talk to me because it's live, and that's absolutely fine. But you can ask any questions at any point, okay? So, or after the show, whatever. Marilyn's taking notes, bless her. So, all I'm going to do here is I'm just going to give them a good score. And then the piece that we've cut here, I'm just going to glue to the base. So that's going to complete my box. So when my lid comes down, I have my box. Does that make sense? Yeah. So let's just grab some glue. A banana or an apple. No, definitely would not go in here. So this is sort of like your carcass of your box. Okay, super easy. I'm just going to stick that to the base there. And then when I do my pattern papers, you'll not even be able to see that. Make sure you do it as straight as possible. Cut it a little bit short there. A bit crazy, look at that. Bad eyes, Tony, bad eyes. Just move that over so it doesn't look so obvious. And then you now see we have our wonderful box. Super easy, guys. Super, super easy, okay? Wonderful. Right, so let's do our hinge system for the base here, which is super easy. Don't worry about this line here because we're going to cover that with pattern paper, or you will, should I say, and you'll not see the lines or anything like that, okay? Hello from Arizona. Hi, Diane. Lovely to have your company, sweetheart. So let's just pop our lovely case back there and let's do our hinge. Now, I just did my hinge with some of the pattern paper from the set. So I'm just going to grab a sheet of the pattern paper, one that I'm not particularly bothered about cutting into because you're not going to see a lot of it anyway. So I'm just going to grab, oh, I can't use that when it's got an embellishment on it. What are we like, honestly? Right, I'll use this one. Okay, although I'm not so fond of this one, I like it, but look at that. Oh no, I can't cut into that. Oh, hang on a second. Oh. Right. So again, this is super simple. So you just need to do our hinge system at the base here. And when I say hinge system, because that's what it's going to look like when it's closed, right? So let's just bring in the one that we've made here. So we need to do this beautiful hinge system here, which is super, super easy, okay? All I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 8x8 paper, and I'm going to cut a strip at 3 inch, okay? 3 inch. 3 inch off there. Super easy. If it looks like I'm having a pause, it's just so people are like given the opportunity to get it in the guillotine and do that cut. So we have Sandy from Illinois. Welcome, sweetheart. Lovely to have your company. We are, if you've just joined us, we are making this sort of like little mini album, flip-flop pocket album here. Super, super easy. So, but you can rewind, grab some stash and have a play if you want to. Super, super cool. Right, so what we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to cut at 1.5, and I'll show you why in a second. So 1.5, now if you are making notes, super easy. So 1.5, and then you're going to cut at 2, and then you're going to cut at 3. So, sorry, 2.5. So 1.5, 2, 2.5. And this little piece just pops to one side for now. Okay, so you have 3 pieces like this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to give them a little bit of a hinge. So let's go with the big one first. So I'm going to score down the left. So don't think I'm cutting here, ladies and gents. I'm scoring because this does both. So this is my score tool. So I'm going to score at half on the left, and then I'm going to turn it around and score at half on the other side. So if you're in a scoreboard, you want to score half an inch on the left and half an inch on the right. So when you push it up, you get this look. And then the next one down, we need to score at half again. So half an inch down the left. And then we need to turn it around and do half an inch on the other side. I promise I will go back and read all of the comments if anybody's struggling, anything like that. I appreciate you all maybe want to get involved, maybe it's totally out your comfort zone, you've never done little mini albums, keepsakes before. You know, just ask any questions, fire away after the show. I'm happy to help, guys, I really am. As long as you're happy with your craft, your paper craft, that makes me happy. And then the last one, again, half. As they get a bit smaller, they get a little bit tougher when you're doing it in a guillotine. Scoreboards are fine. And then twist, and then half. Make sure it's straight as you possibly can. So if you like our paper chain range, we have done 2 other videos for paper chain already. We did a tea wallet. I can't think what else we did. Tea wallet. Oh, we did a folio as well, if you remember. And here we go. So here is our wonderful hidden hinge. So one sits inside the other, sits inside the other. Looks ugly at the moment. Honestly, it'd be absolutely fine. So what I like to do with my hinges is I just like to take away a little bit of the bulk, okay? So like the hard edge here, because sometimes they're hard to get in your pockets. So I just take my scissors and I just take off a little bit of the bulk off the edge, so it gives me this sort of chamfered edge rather than a harsh edge. So I do it on all 4. They don't have to be perfect, they're going to be hidden. So I've got this sort of look. Can we see there? So I've just softened. Easier to get into my envelope, so you need to do that on all 3. You'll be making a ton of these once you've done one, and you'll nearly will have a complete album by the time you've done this lesson with me. So then our last one, again, just take off the bulk off the edge, super easy. So Shaz is watching now, making later. Brilliant. I can't wait to see what you all do. And again, we're not precious, guys. Use, if you haven't got this kit. If you like the kit, of course, you can go and buy it and you'll get that free stamp and die. But if you haven't, you know, I'm sure you've all got a ton of paper. So, absolutely cool. So what we're going to do here is we're going to glue one inside the other. So let's do them in size down order. So we have our large one, then we have our next one. So I'm just going to pop it into the centre. And the reason why we've given it a good spacing in between, guys, is so we can fill our pockets so they're not all like bulging. You're going to be able to get something, you know, something substantial in there. I was thinking like little chocolate bars for Tom, but you can obviously put in whatever. Lindsay says, question, if you're using different papers, do they need to be double-sided? I don't think so, sweetheart. I don't think, it's not necessary. It does look a little bit nicer if they are double-sided, but it's not necessary. So now you have sort of a little hinge system. Super easy to do. Okay, just make sure it's all stuck nicely. You'd be surprised how quick this all comes together now, because the pockets are super easy too. Right, so there's our little hinge system, which is going to be hidden inside our book. So let's just move that to one side. So far, so far. Love the paper. Thank you, Sandy. Yeah, so if you've just joined in, you might want to go back to the beginning of the show, because we have a new embossing folder and we have some goodness for you all. If you are buying this evening, a little bit of a Brucey bonus. Right, so shall we do our pockets? Super easy pockets, honestly. So again, I never make a pocket and then figure out the sizes after. Sorry, I never figure out the sizes then make a pocket, because you end up with waste. I always go with what piece of paper's put in my hand, and I work with the size so I've got no waste, because I hate waste. So 8 by 8 piece of paper, super easy. Okay, you're going to cut in half 4. And you're going to do this with 3 sheets, okay? So 1, next one at 4. That's 2 sheets. And another one. Now, I'm doing a 6 pocket one here, so I need 3 sheets. If you want 8, obviously you're going to need to do 4 sheets. So let's go with these 3 for now, hey? Super easy. Do I have a stamp saying well done? I do somewhere, Sue, but where that might be, I have no idea. I do a ton of sentiments. Right, so pockets. Now these are incredibly easy. Incredibly easy. Right, so you're going to get your pocket. Oh, I'm going to go sparkly side. So you're going to score at 4. Don't cut, score. And then just as you did with your hinge, you're going to score at half on the left. Turn it round and score half on the left on the other side. Oh, don't let it move though, guys. Don't let it move. So then when you fold in half, super easy. So you can see a score line here, half down that side, half down that side. So far so good. I will try and find out if somebody knows for you, Sue, though. So that's that one. So you need to do all of them, okay? So, oh gosh. So 4, score at 4. Let's do them all together. And then half an inch down the left. Score. Turn it round. Half an inch on the other side. That's another one. Next one. So score at 4. Half an inch down the side. Turn it round. Half an inch down the other side. So that's 3 pockets scored already. 4th pocket, score at 4. Exactly the same for all 6 pockets, okay? So if you are crafting along, super easy. Hi Sandra from Cumbria, hope you're well, sweetheart. Lovely to have your company. So 2 more to go. So I'll keep talking. It might sound like I'm repeating myself, but I'm just going to keep saying it so you remember it. So score at 4. Score at half an inch down the one side. Turn it around and half an inch on the other side. And then 1 more. So score at 4. And down the left side. And then turn it around and half down the other. Oof. Sandy says she will watch the whole show for the presentation. Is this an 8 by 8 paper pack in the kit? Sandy is, sweetheart. If you go to the website and pop in Let's Celebrate. Let's celebrate. It is this collection, sweetheart. So I'm just giving people a moment to do their pockets. It's this one. So you get a pattern, a foundation, a vellum, and there are some stamps, but they're all independent. You can sort of like build your own kit. Have a look. So the papers that you can see on here, these ones, sweetheart, these are from the foundation pack. And then when we come to embellish, that's where we get them from our pattern one. Okay, so it's so far so good. Is everyone okay? So let's show you how I build a pocket. Super easy. So what I like to do is choose the cut. So I like this one on the outside. And again, I always try, you can't really see my score lines here, guys. Let's actually do it. So just score all of your pockets, give them all a burnish. If you want to do it like that, if that helps. There you go. You can now see what your pocket's going to look like. So what I always like to do is, you see all this bulk here? This awful bulk here. So when you fold your pockets out, this is what I like to do with my pockets. I like to just take away some of the excess. So it looks like that, guys, when... Yep, and then all you're going to do is you're going to take your scissors and cut off one of the hinges on this side. Not both sides, just one. Like so. And then this side. Now cut on the inside-ish of your score line, just on the inside, and then you won't get an overhang. So now when we go, when I glue it, we're going to have our cute pocket. Easy. So I'm going to do, let's do all of our pockets together, don't rush ahead, and then nobody will make a mistake. We'll not do any gluing. Andrea says, question, does the paper trimmer really look as easy as you make it look, Tony? I've used this for years now. It just helps. I use it at telly as well. It just helps me because I can't carry scoreboards around with me as well. So to have the facility to do that. It's personal preference. I think I do have all the posh scoreboards too. But I always revert back to this. I think it's just because it's one thing on my desk really. But yeah, it's good. It's alright. And it's inexpensive. So let's do this one then. So you choose which side. Ooh. So again, fold. Give your score lines a nice burnish. Honestly, you're going to be like thinking to yourself, crikey, that came together quick. So just nip those tabs off there, and that prevents your pockets not gluing maybe. Just stops them from bursting, and it stops the bulk. They look neater. So I'm just going to take one of the hinges off here. Now you can pop it back in your guillotine if you want to, rather than use your scissors. I just do this bit by eye. There we have. So we've got two now, look. Super easy. So 1, 2. So let's keep going. Caroline says it's best trimmer she's ever had. That's wonderful. And the cool thing about it, guys, is we have all of the replacement blades as well, which is nice. So if you, because I do go through a ton of blades, I do a lot of cutting, and they're only a couple of pounds, and to be able to, we stock a ton of these on the web, so to be able to just replace it like so. So I'm just going to trim away. So even if you take away one thing today, maybe you've learned how to make a pocket, then maybe you could incorporate a little pocket inside a handmade card. You don't have to make an album just because that's what we're doing today. Just think outside the box a little bit, maybe another one there. How you can incorporate it in your style of craft. So I'm burnishing. Just helps me see the lines, so I'm burnishing on all my score lines, and then I open it back up, close it shut, and just take away the bulk from the corners. And then when I open it up, I take away 2 of the hinges. It is a fun little, Caroline, you're brilliant at all this sort of stuff. I mean, if you've got a ton of paper in your stash, it's a great way to get it used. We're all trying to be a bit better with our buying habits, aren't we, and not buy as much. So let's just get rid of these for now. So I've got 2 more to go. So I'm gonna, which way are we doing on that one? Let's go this way on this one. So I'm just gonna get rid of that bulk. Liked and shared, thank you. Shirley says she's got a caterpillar trimmer. You know, Shirley, I bought that, but I sent it back. I just couldn't get on with it. Just couldn't get a straight line for toffee. See, I'm just like you guys. Buy it all. So just take off 2 of those little hinges, and that's another one there. Furnish the pocket, obviously, so you've got our lovely hinge. And all this, like, I mean, I'm not kidding, guys, when I tell you we're nearly done here. And we're going to have a lovely album in a minute. And I think I'm going to go grey on this one just to change it up a little bit so my pockets are not pink. So I'll just take away that bulk. Let's just burnish that page. And this side. And this side. And then we'll just get rid of 2 of the hinges. It doesn't matter which hinge you get rid of. Don't think, oh, is there a right or wrong way? There is no wrong way at all. And I like to just cut on the inside of my score line, and then I don't have to faff with any overhang when I've tried to glue it. So that's all my 6 pockets complete. Audrey says, why did you not think of that, a pocket in a card? The other cool thing as well, guys, is, I'll just move this out of the way for a second, is I think a ton of you already have bought this anyway, but the little 1" and 2" punches are incredible for these sort of things, and I'll show you in a second. We've got these on the web as well. These are about £2.99. They're not expensive, but these give you like the arch pocket, so you can pull out a tag and things like that. Also, they cut a perfect circle, which is wonderful, but they give you that pocket thing as well. We've got a 1" and a 2" of those, so if you're looking to spend money to get that free, they're on there too. So let me just show you how I like to do this. Super easy. So we have our wonderful 6 pockets. Let's bring that in shot here. Let's grab some glue. So Shirley says she had to send for a new blade because she couldn't get it in properly. So just a quick tip on that, Shirley, because I found that out actually. At the base of your blade system, there is an opening here, darling. I don't know if you've seen it. There's an opening, and if you take it to there, you can twist it out. You see that there? That's where you stick it in your replacement blade in the gap, and then it'll sit in the recess. See? Just under here. And that's just by the base, sweetheart. So try that, unless you've already tried that. So basically, let's get our lovely pockets put together. So I'm going to give them a nice burnish. And you see, now we've got rid of that nasty bulk. When we come to close, our lovely score line's not going to be put under stress trying to, you know, push down those edges because we've taken out the bulk. So all I'm going to do here is I'm just going to pop some glue down there. And then take your pocket to the top, line it up best you can, and glue it in place. Give it a second to grab. Sweet Sue says, are the punches available now, please? Yes, sweetheart, they're under tools. So now, look at that. I mean, that is an incredible pocket, isn't it, guys? Now, this is the beauty of the punches, look. So all you do is then take your punch, line it up in the middle. I do everything by eye. I'm not a measuring kind of girl. And then just pop it in, pop it out, and I have a beautiful pocket. How cool is that? So shall we do the other ones? So give them a good burnish in, your hinges. Oh, on the caterpillar. Oh, sorry, sweetheart. I use ours all the time. So you mean on the caterpillar? I know. I just couldn't get on with it. I couldn't cut a straight line. I think because there's not an area to pop it up to, you know, like to butt it up to. I know there is at the top, but it still doesn't seem to. Now, if you have a bit of overhang, like so, I've just got a tiny bit of overhang in there. Don't be afraid to just pop it in your guillotine and whip it off. So I'll pop that down there, and then I'm going to take my punch again. And then we have a nice pocket in there. So that's 2. Oh, Sandy's looking forward to the HSN preview, which is Sunday. Sorry, not Sunday, Monday. It's crazy because I have such a busy week, I can't tell you. So on Sunday, I have a presentation for our USA stores, 150 stores in the USA for all of our new lines. And then on the Monday, we have our wonderful HSN preview. And the samples from my design team are so gorgeous. So gorgeous. You're in for a treat. I think once you find like a crafty thing in your stash that you love, it's wonderful, isn't it? You just like don't change. Although we do get enticed in sometimes to new products, don't we? So I'm just going to punch this one in. So I'll go back on the overhead. As much as I love to see all your faces, I'm going to get this done. So I'm just going to chamfer this one in. Look, give it a good old burnish with your tools if you've got posh tools to do all of that. And it's just a perfect weight is this 200 GSM. It's not overwhelming, it's not, it don't crack as well because it's a really good quality paper. I love that about our paper. And it's uncoated, so if you do want to stamp a picture or a bird and paint a bird on, you totally can do that too. So let's just pop this one in here. So we're coming together, look guys, we've now got 4. I tell you what is good though, ladies and gentlemen, the Caterpillar Glow, the light box. When I do my workshops and I'm doing my watercolour sketches, I do one and then I pop it on my Caterpillar and trace the rest of them, because sometimes I can have up to 30 people in class. Oh, it's an absolute godsend, I can't tell you, it's wonderful. And the light intensity on it's really good. So here we go, look, another one bites the dust. And then one more to go. And then you're all going to cry at the next stage. We all get tempted with new goodies, I know. Although I have been a lot better of late, now that my mortgage has gone up. A lot. Oh. So we'll just pop that down there. And then we'll just pop this one in my punch. This is the 1 inch. The 2 inch does exactly the same. So if you've got bigger pockets, 2 inch one is brilliant too. So there we go. Let's just have a look what we're going on here. Look at this. Ta-da! Wonderful pockets. It's wonderful when a plan comes together, is it not? Right, I'll just give everybody a second and then we'll move on to the next bit, which is putting it together, which is super easy. And then, crikey, we've done it in like, you've built an album in 50 minutes. Yes, you have to tart it up, and yes, you have to do some fussy cutting of those wonderful papers and cut those ladies and the shoes out. That's the bit I love though. Do you love that? I love the embellishment side of things. I love getting the mats and layers. And Sue says mine are pens. Oh, Sue, don't talk to me about pens. I have pens that I've not even had out of the box. Right, moving on. Let's do this. So now I have my 6 pockets. Now all you're going to do is take your pocket. Oh, that doesn't look great, does it? Let's just trim that off. Is take your pocket. Let me just get rid of that because it's dark blue on the inside. There we go, a bit more Tony. There we go. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pocket. I'll pull my guillotine down here. And I'm going to pop it in. So this is my opening. So the base, I'm going to open it. Okay, so I'm going to pop it in my guillotine. I'm just going to take a slither off the bottom. You see, tiny slither off the bottom, so it's open. Okay, let's do it again. So the next one, I'm just opening the bottom of my pocket. Now, see, for you to get this look on card and have the hinge on the side would be, one, a ton of measuring, and two, you'd need a longer piece of card, okay? So be able to do this by just taking a slither off is genius. Honestly, it's absolute genius. Look at my bad sticking here. And as you all know, I love to make quick albums that are quick. So I'm just popping it in, and I'm just taking a slither off the base, so I just open it. And I'm going to do it with all 6. You can do it with your scissors. So I'm just taking the bottoms off our pockets. Quite simply, and if you haven't got the best, maybe that doesn't look too bad, but if you've got a little bit of overhang on your pocket, just get your scissors in. And because it's patterned, you can't even tell. There we go. So now we have bottomless pockets. Or washi tape, good idea, Lindsay. So let's bring in our album here, so we can see this is our album. So the hinge system needs to sit at the base here. Oops, daisy. Let me just hold that in place just to show you. So this hinge system needs to sit in here, okay? But what I like to do first is I like to put all my pages on here and then put it in, because it's a bit of a farce when your album's flippy flopping around. So all you're going to do is get your lovely hinge system. Let's show you. And then you're going to get your pocket. So get one hinge. So start with, so pretend you're looking at your book. Which page, which pocket would you like to look at first when the book opens? That's how I like to do it. So I'm going to mix them up so they're not all any similar colours together. They're all light in the centre, so I'll move that one there. Probably swap that one out for that one. There we go. So I've got my colours now. That's how I want it to look. So pocket number 1 at the front, and then work your way backwards. Right, so all I'm going to do on my first hinge, I'm just going to put some glue on the front and on the back, okay? Super easy. And then I'm just going to take my open pocket and I'm going to slide it on. Now a little tip for you here, when you put it on, don't go right to the score line, because your book won't move freely. So get as close as you can, there we go, get as close as you can to the score line, but not on the score line, okay? And then just give that a second to grab. Can't find the punches, Denise. Let me know how you get on. I'll pop a link in if it helps at some point, darling. So page number 1. So I'm going to move that forward, and then we have our next flap here. Can we see this one here? So I'm going to pop some glue on the front and on the back. And I'll take my next pocket. Lindsay, it isn't, if you're going to embellish to the 9s, if you're going to embellish the pockets heavily, you can embellish them first. However, I just stuck some fussy cutting on mine, so it was super easy. But it is totally your call. If you want to do your dressing up before you stick in, that is totally up to you. And try and get your pockets level. You know, when you've glued them, try and get them level. So that's number 2. Give him a chance to grab. So I'm going to move him down now. So we've got this one here. So I'm just going to pop some glue in here. And then we'll take our next pocket. And we'll slide, oops, daisy, we'll slide the next one. I'll try and do it from the side so you can see what I'm doing. And then we're going to open our bottom and slide him on and try and get him as straight. Pick the next one up, make sure he's in line with the other one. Then when I'm happy, I'll put him down and then I'll give him a grab. And we'll move that down, and then we have our next one. So you're just moving through each step of your sort of hinge. And then some on the back too. And then our next one. And when you're happy he's in place, bring the next one up so it looks like, so you can see if they're level. There we go. And then pinch, pinch, pinch. And then we'll fold that one down. Then we have our next one. Isn't it crazy how a little bit of paper can make you so happy? Well, it certainly makes me happy. I can't tell you how wonderful it is when I'm playing with paper. Sad, some people might call it sad. Honestly, I get so much enjoyment out of folding and scoring and decorating paper. That's why we're all here though, isn't it? Oh, Stacey, great question. Question, do you have your own website for us to shop from? If so, could someone post it in here, the link? If anybody can do that for me, can you post me a link for the How to Craft Network for Stacey, please? It's HTCN, How to Craft Network. But if somebody's able to post the link, that would be incredibly helpful. I'm sorry, I dare not. Me and technology, I have tons of technology. This is why I'm red, because I have and for me to click out of a screen to find you, that would be incredibly difficult. I'd probably lose you all. The house and offices would probably set on fire. I'm joking. So the last one, I'm just going to pop onto my last hinge. So Sue says she's excited to have a go at this one. It's a different one, isn't it? Caroline says she's posted the link, but I can't see it. So, need a wee circle punch. Easier than getting your dies out. It totally is. Ta-da! So let's just hop. Oh, can you see? How cool is that? So now you have your whole pockets all on that hidden hinge system. So you could do 6 pages, 12 pages, 8 pages, whatever you want to on your little album if you want to. So this is where it's super easy. All you do is you open your book, what we've built, and we stick it into here, look. So you might want to decorate all of here, but this is what I do in mine. I decorated the inner part here. So that one, that one, that one, which is that one, and that one. But on the base, I just left it white. I didn't put a piece on the base, but of course you can put a piece underneath here if you want to. And then here. So let's just, I'm just going to glue mine in. So Stacey, are you in the UK, sweetheart? It doesn't matter if you're not. Our website is geolocated and we'll find you wherever you are in the world. But just let us know. And then this one, I'm just going to stick into the panel at the base here. Now make sure you get it as straight as possible. The straighter it is, the nicer it looks. So same size each side if you can. I just do everything by eye, but if you are sort of a precisionist and like everything symmetrical. And then when I've got it in place like so, then I just open it up and I just pop my finger into the hinge and give it a good old push down between each one. Make sure it's stuck nicely. And then when you come to fold it up. Now the great thing about this, now it does look like it's fatter than it needs to be, but I've purposely done, if you know you're just going to put a piece of card in, you might want to change this, but I've done it fatter, so if you do bulk your pockets out, the box isn't going to be bulging, it'll still be presented well, okay? Now other cool things that you can do, guys, is you could do a magnetized closure. So if you have magnets that hide underneath the paper, so you can close it with a magnet. I'll show you what I did with mine because I didn't have a magnet to hand. So all I did with mine is, if you look here, is the circle punch. I circle punched a piece of white card and then I circle punched the pattern paper with a diamond on and I stuck it on and I only glued it halfway. I'm not even sure if I can show you that. Can you see there? It only got glued at the base. The top bit is protruding. You see that there? And then on the front, on the top here, I did another circle and I just glued it here. And then when I come to pop it in, it just slots in behind there. See that there? This is flopping around a little bit only because it's got nothing in it, but once it's got some bulk in it, it will stand proud. So I did it so it just, so if you don't have magnets and you don't want to spend that extra money, you can have this sort of closure system. And then these are the stamps and coordinating dies that come with the collection. But how wonderful is that, guys? I mean, you could have done it in pink cardstock, glittery cardstock, and then when somebody opens it, they have the gift of 6 bookmarks, one for 6 different books, tea, spice, chocolate. What do we think to that? What do we think? Less than an hour. Well, 1 minute over. Do we like that, ladies and gentlemen? So just a quick recap then. That the papers that I have used are the papers from the Let's Celebrate, which is that beautiful sparkle. So less plastic on the environment. You get the look of sparkle and the look of holographic, but it's paper. So I'm incredibly proud of where we're going with our paper collections and saving the planet and working a little bit harder, because every little, it might not seem like a lot, but every little bit counts, trust me. So it's the Let's Celebrate collection, which is on the website. Okay, and if you are purchasing anything, don't forget, if you spend £10, very quickly again, if you spend £10, I'm going to send you this A5 stamp and die free if you haven't already got it. Okay, if you spend 30, I'm going to send you this one as well, A5 stamp and coordinating die. And this lovely panel here goes around these wonderful sentiments as well. So a ton of stuff to have a think about there, ladies and gentlemen. But as always, the show, if you buy things, that's wonderful. I am a business. I need to make money. We are a family company, as you all know. But the point of the workshops, well, the point of every time I switch the camera on is to encourage you to enjoy your craft. And I don't care if you don't use a single Stamps by Me product. It is about sharing the love of craft, and it always has been about sharing the love of craft, okay? So playing with paper makes me very happy, and I hope it makes you very happy as well. Let me just see if my design team, that's because they are super busy, see if anybody's, see if we have a winner. So I have no winner. My design team are so busy I cannot tell you, which is fine. So what I'm going to do is, if you pop a comment underneath here, I'll pick 2 from here, and I will give away the brand new embossing folder for 2 winners, which is this one here, which we loaded this evening. Okay, so it's this one and this. Oh, you're very welcome. So this is Birthday Love embossing folder. It's available now on the website. So if you are wanting to get that free stamp and die, and you're thinking, I've got everything Stamps by Me, she's got nothing new, well, this has been loaded this evening. And this is Birthday Love. So if you pop a comment underneath this video when I've gone off air, I'll pick 2 winners. Now I have a little bit of an apology to do as well. So you know all the giveaways that I do. You can imagine I do a ton. And it was so funny. I sent all the giveaways out. I'm feeling dead chuffed with myself because, oh, like, everybody tick, 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 that giveaway for that, tick, tick, tick. And I sent them all out, and then I got a ton of messages going, I should have got Winter Solstice, and I got Quatre D. And then another lady messaged me and said, I've got Quatre D, you're going to have a really annoyed winner, that, because they were supposed to get, oh, honestly, I was just like, oh, this is crazy. And then everyone was super kind, like, I'll return this and you can send me what I was supposed to win. And now I've got this one because I bought it. Oh, it's crazy, it's so crazy. So if you got Winter Solstice and you should have had Quatre D, I do apologise. There were a ton of giveaways, honestly. And I have spoken to some of you already, because some of you didn't buy it because you'd won it. Oh, crazy. But anyway, I've sorted it, hopefully. So I do apologise. That's my bad. Yeah, 'tis life. There's worse things to worry about, I guess, isn't there? So that's the end of the show. Thank you so much. Please share the video. Hopefully there's somebody sat at home with a ton of paper and might get a little bit out of this evening's live show with the fabulous papers. You're very welcome, guys. I do love doing my paper chain shows. I do have the mulberry and gold one to do, which is this one, she says. Now this is all done. This is what I love about paper. This is all done from one sheet of paper. This is all done from one sheet of paper. Mulberry and gold. Now Helen is on the 16th with this one. But if you already have it, stand by for that. I think I'll do that one live as well so I can get caught up. There we go. I think I've said everything I need to do. So if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to like it. If you want to subscribe, please do. We do a ton of videos. We're live most of the days, and I have a busy week ahead, so make sure you sign up for our newsletter, and don't forget to pop a comment underneath this video, and I'll pick 2 winners for the wonderful brand new embossing folders. So thank you so much for your time. Have a great evening, guys, and I will see you all later. I've probably forgot something. Keep tuned into my social media, because that's the best way that I can let you know what's going on in case I forget. Thank you so much, guys. Take care. Bye.